Hi guys, we are continuing with the chapter Constitution Why and How. In the previous video we have seen how the Constituent Assembly was designed. In this video we will see the composition of Constituent Assembly, the principle of deliberation it adopted, and the procedure that it followed to make the Constitution of India. So let's begin with it. As we know, as per Mountbatten Plan of 3rd June 1947, the partition of India was accepted. This partition was on the religious lines. Hindus and Muslims were divided. It was a violent separation of communities. 80 lakhs migrated across the border. 5 to 10 lakhs were killed. So the makers of Constitution, they were under immense pressure due to the violence that got erupted. And they learned the important lesson. While granting the citizenship of India, religious affiliation of a person was not considered. Citizenship rights were kept open to all, irrespective of their religion. This gave India a secular character. This was the important lesson that the constitution maker learned due to the partition which was on the religious lines. If we talk about the composition of Constituent Assembly, we will find that members of all religion were given representation. Because the Constituent Assembly was roughly composed on the Cabinet Mission Plan, and according to this plan, seats in each province were divided among communities like Muslim, Sikh, Hindus based on their respective population in the province. So we can say that members of all religion were part of it. The Constituent Assembly had 26 members of scheduled class community. Though Congress dominated the assembly, it had 82% of seats. But Congress was that time a diverse party and it used to accommodate all shades of opinion within it. We can say that the Constituent Assembly, though was not elected by universal suffrage, but it had the representation of all. Principle of deliberation. The authority of Constitution or the Constituent Assembly does not come from the fact that it was broadly a representative body. It came from the fact that the member of Constituent Assembly, they were not representing the interest of their own identity or community only, but they had the interest of whole nation in mind. The members of Constituent Assembly were engaged in public reason. They gave the principled reason for their stand. And the very act of giving reason to others makes one to move away from narrow consideration of their own interest. Voluminous debates in Constituent Assembly, where each clause of Constitution was subjected to scrutiny and debate, is tribute to public reason at its best. Every provision of the Constitution, every issue in the Constitution was discussed and debated except the universal adult franchise, which was passed without any discussion. Because every member of the Constituent Assembly agreed to have universal adult franchise in the Constitution. Nothing can be better testament to the democratic commitment of the Constituent Assembly. The procedure Constituent Assembly adopted to write the Constitution. It is also a reflection of public reason that was followed during the discussion and debates in the Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly had 8 major committees, and the leaders were like Jawaharlal Nehru, Rajendra Prasad, Sardar Patel, Ambedkar, Maulana Azad. These men were not agreed to each other on many issues. Like Ambedkar was critical of Gandhi and Congress, accusing them of not doing enough for scheduled castes. Patel and Nehru disagreed on many issues, but they worked together. Each committee usually used to draft the constitution provisions, which were then subjected to debate by entire assembly. Usually an attempt was made to reach the consensus with the belief that the provisions agreed by all would not be detrimental to any particular interest. The assembly met for 166 days over a period of 2 years 11 months. Its sessions were kept open for press and public. So this is how public reason was followed during the discussion and debates, and the consensus were reached, and it was ensured that there should not be harm to any section of the society. We'll discuss the later part of the chapter, in which we'll discuss the influence of national movement on the Constitution, the institutional arrangement in the Constitution, and the provision that were borrowed from other countries in the later videos. Thanks for watching this video.